This is what like makes the best brothers and best men and women of communion. And it's not being like known because you do videos or podcasts. I am Father Mark Mary with the Franciscan Friars of the Renewal, and this is Ascension Presents. Here are 3 things that when I encounter these with my brothers, like I just experience these as the most profound of gifts and the type of behavior that I really am moved by and that I really want to imitate. Number 1 is that they courageously and boldly share their own struggle. Number 2, they're men or women of communion who are quick to apologize and quick to forgive. And number 3, they celebrate you. They make your joys their joys, and actually they make your sorrows their sorrows as well. So number 1, a huge gift, one of the biggest gifts that I can encounter in friendship, and in common life, and in common discipleship, is when a man or woman in the appropriate context shares their struggle. It's hard for me to be weak and to be honest and be vulnerable towards other people. Like it takes a lot of courage and a lot of boldness. So one of the greatest gifts that somebody can give to me is when they share their own struggle first. Because when they share their own struggle, here, I need to take a step back for that because it's affected me in this way, or here, I need some prayer in this area because of whatever. Like it's such a gift for me because of like the beauty of it and the invitation and the trust, but also because it creates a space for me to stop hiding my own struggle. It creates a space for me to be honest. It creates this space where it's like, okay, here's a safe place where we can just be ourselves and be received in that. So like one of the greatest gifts, one of the greatest things that is actually cooler than a podcast, is sharing your struggle. And the second thing that I think is a super huge gift is when a man or woman is really good at saying, hey, I'm sorry. Or they notice there's a tension. They notice something is off. Hey, I'm sorry, we're not really connecting. Like, can we chat? These people who are really, really quick to initiate some of these more uncomfortable conversations, to offer their apologies. But also these same people are often so quick to receive your own offering of apologies. Like, hey, you know what? I get it. I'm a struggler too. We can get through this. That is such a gift and it's so important. And again, it's one of those areas where I can find it really difficult and kind of scary. So when a man or woman like leads the way and is courageous there, it's a huge gift to me. And number 3 is somebody who's able to celebrate another person's good. They're not in competition with my good. They're not envious of my good. They love me as a brother. They love me as a sister. They love me as a mother or father. And so like my good is their good. And I know that. Because I think so many of us, we have the experience of good things happen and like we want to share them, but we don't totally know how it's going to be received. So we can just really like receive something, a grace from the Lord, something good that has happened in our life, and we can share it honestly and vulnerably without filter, and we know the other person is going to be there and be like, that is awesome. Like, I love that. And you can really tell that they love it. Like that as well is a huge gift. What I've come to learn is that particularly in my own life, my shared life, so I'll talk about the brothers. The brothers who are good at one of these are good at all of them because they have this, what we can call like, they have this humility. They have what we call like a spirit of minority, an ability to take the lesser place. They're just authentically humble. Like they're not in competition. Their aim is not their own good. Their aim is the good of all. In their humility, they're also strong. And so my brothers and sisters, like again, I'm so grateful that myself and so many people are out there spreading the gospel in a way that so many people are receiving it and they get so excited about it. I love to be a part of it. I love to be the little lad who gave Jesus my loaves and fishes and he went and fed the 5,000. It's cool to see it. It's also so crazy big. It's like, okay, that's just not going to get us into heaven. But heroic charity. This is the type of heroic charity that really means so much to me and that I want to imitate, and I offer to you for your imitation. That's courage and just being honest and being vulnerable. Prudently, 100%. But leading the way with just sharing one's weakness where it's appropriate. Being quick to forgive and quick to offer forgiveness. And then the third one is just being like the safe place to celebrate the victory, the good of another. That God is the source of all good. And so if another's good is my good, we'll share these goods in common. And that's really what heaven's going to be like. Thanks always for watching, journeying with me, praying for me. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Remember, we are pilgrims on this earth. Somos peregrinos, poco a poco, little by little. Vamos a llegar. God bless you.